So there can be a marriage between famous African writers who's published some exemplary books and married with films. Huh? Okay, if you won't buy, commit to reading it, and then I can pick up some for all of us to read together and discuss, of course. Hello there, my name is Francis Omochei. I am part of the cast members of the stage play happening today, Professor Femi Oshofison's Once Upon Four Robbers, directed by Dire Badejo. The performance is holding here at the NAV Conference Center, Kado, Abuja. Today is the command performance, but tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, 3 p.m., 7 p.m. each day, it's a public performance. Come and get thrilled. You'll be glad you did. Once Upon Four Robbers.
Action.
Dear soldier, what a sacrifice. Defending fatherland. Oh, what a sacrifice. With the safety of everyone topmost in your heart. For those who love you, and even those who do not love you. For those who deride you. Those who do not believe you.
So that's all you need to know about Once Upon Four Robbers. All I can say is, don't you miss it. So, now it's time to unveil our next guest, a multifaceted professional based here in Lagos. She's a lawyer, a realtor, a creative designer, a stylist, plus lots more. Our guest specializes in property law, construction law, land disputes, and real estate transactions. She's also a successful entrepreneur and a humanitarian. A member of Rotary Club of Victoria Island East, who actively contributes to community development projects. She's also a member of FIDA, that's the Federation of Women Lawyers, where she provides free legal support to women and children who have been abused. Time to unveil the secret formula to women and multitasking with Theresa Osime Onyido. Hello and welcome.
Thank you, John and Helen. I'm really grateful to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're glad to have you. And we will continue to debunk the very unreasonable and unrealistic stereotypes that we women function better on, keeping, the home front and bringing up the children. There's a lot more that we do and we excel in.
Yes.
And I'm sure you will bring out all of those today. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
You are safe. So let's take it from the very beginning, my dear sister. As a mother of two and a multifaceted professional, how do you define multitasking in your daily life?
Okay, so everybody sees multitasking as doing everything at the same time. But for me, that I already multitask and I already practice it over time, I think it's just harmonizing my priorities. Yeah, without any divided attention and making sure that I'm giving necessity to the spaces that actually matter and setting my goals. For me, multitasking is very personal. It's a very personal thing to me because this is how I grew up. And in our society where we live, especially for me, because I'm here to tell my own personal story.
Sure.
So we understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Everybody always thinks that Theresa is crazy. Yes, and when women do special things, they always see us as crazy. But I'm talking about my own background story, where I am coming from, so people understand. So I grew up with my dad. I lost my mom when I was 4, and we stopped having maids at 10. And my father made sure I went into the mother role in the house. And when my friends are in secondary school, going back home after closing, I am going to the market, buying stuff to take back home, to cook. I am sweeping, I am cleaning, I am doing a lot of things. And my father is a very special man to me. In fact, he's the best human I've been with, and I've continued to be with him. So the thing with
Your
him
husband is listening.
Yeah,
Is the husband and she's talking about her father. They're two different people.
Yes. So my father is always talking about extended time, and I'll explain what extended time is. When we're growing up, he was like, don't mess up with your extended time. My extended time to him meant my holidays. And when I was in GS3, you know, we have this WAEC that you write, and after your WAEC you have holidays. That's what my father would define as extended time. And my extended time, he would always make sure you're doing something. So after my GS3, he put me in the tailor's shop, and I was like, hey God, this tailoring shop I am in now. So every of my holiday, my father made sure I was doing something. So in SS3, he put me in the salon. I learned hair, I learned nails, I was sewing, I could cook and everything. So when I got to the university, I was doing all of this, and everybody's like, who is this babe? In school, I would cook, I would cook for the graduations, maybe there's a graduation ceremony. I would make hair, I would do nails, I would sew. I'm traveling to Abuja.
And you would make money from them all.
Yeah, that's the interesting part of it. And that was why I went into all of that, because there's anything you do, there's money coming out of it, and you could use it to take care of yourself, even without asking anybody. So that was the beautiful part of it.
Wow, that's the foundation.
Yes.
Okay, Theresa, you may be a superwoman, but you are not superhuman. There has to be a secret to all of this.
That's what she's talking about. Formula.
There has to be a secret formula to balancing the demands of motherhood, which is a handful,
wifehood,
and the demands of your career, the community service, without feeling overwhelmed. You're human. You got blood in your veins. All of these things that you've talked about, what's the secret?
Okay, when we talk about secret formulas, I'm thinking everybody is dynamic to everyone. And so I'm going to talk about mine, how I try. So when I told you my story back then, I would only say that I understood the strengths to multitask, but not the skill. So they're two different things. I'll say that I understood the strength, doing everything, and I'm telling you, when you do everything at the same time, you now start to think other people can't do what you can do. And you get overwhelmed, you burn out. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to burn out anymore. What can I do? And that is when I started to learn the skill to multitask. So learning the skill to multitask for me comes with two words that I had to generate, which is delegation and collaboration. Now, in every of my field, I delegate and I collaborate.
Even on the home front?
Yes. So now when you on the home front, when you delegate, you are having a maid that takes care of all the things in the house.
Cleaning up after you.
Exactly, I'm not doing that. So that's how I would delegate in the home front. So when it comes to my practice, I partner with someone, and the jobs I know that I can't do, he's doing it for me. But the thing is that you're at the forefront. When people talk about that space, it's you. But behind you, you're delegating and you're collaborating with people to get that job done. And that has been my secret formula, learning the skill to multitask. Because for you to multitask effectively, you have to have the strength and the skill. So when you have these two formulas put together in every space, you are going to make sure that you are delegating and you're collaborating with someone to ease it up. Because if you do everything, trust me, you'll burn out.
Yeah, you burn the candles at both ends.
You can be in the kitchen and the television set, there's a program running on TV, and you're able to tell us what is that. I'm sitting right in front of the TV, and I'm not taking in as much information as the woman who's in the kitchen and not watching TV. How do women do that?
Okay, so
is it the wiring or something?
So when we talk about this wiring thing, I'm thinking I'm going straight to, for me, I'm going to first of all think of societal standards. So societal standard is, people would think that women are actually supposed to be that way. Women are supposed to do these things. This is the society already defined who a woman is to be. But when you talk about biological standard, a woman is actually naturally a multitasking person. Yes, biologically she would, because
that's the secret.
Better at it than the men.
Yeah, people would say, that's what I'm saying, societal standards.
Why do you think
people would say that women are supposed to do these things. But for me, I'm thinking multitasking can be learnt. Even the man can learn how to do it.
So it's not necessarily a fact.
Will I say
that every woman normally should be able to multitask?
Yeah, that's why I said biologically. It is a fact biologically that women are to do. Because for me, because I'm a mother, I'm thinking it's a natural gift. Because if you cannot multitask, you cannot nurture. That's what I feel. So it comes with us naturally that you have to multitask to nurture. And you see that when you are, it becomes a necessity. Okay. Because you see, when you're already in that space, you just have to do it.
Almost don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice, and you see that skill just comes to you naturally. Yes. So for us, it's biological for us. So you see, that's why a lot of successful women now put this into their careers, and they're doing fantastically well because it's in us for us to multitask. But I am not saying I don't want to be stereotyped, or I don't want to preach about gender or anything. But I'm just saying multitasking as a whole is a cognitive skill. It can be learned by anybody in any space. Okay. But they'll say biologically women are to multitask.
So you have a
little
advantage over men.
Yes, we do.
Just a little.
Just a little. I'll support you on that one.
So I'm just thinking, you wake up in the morning as a woman, and all of these jobs, you just get onto them, you get working without even thinking about them. But you're saying we need to have a formula, we need to have a strategy, we need to be skilled, we need, it's not enough to hold on to the biological ability that you're a woman and multitasking comes natural. You need to do more than that. That's what you're letting us know.
Yes.
Okay. My question, in multitasking, in having so much on your plate, how do you ensure that the children do not suffer?
Okay. So, growing up, knowing that I didn't grow up...
Or the family?
Yes. Growing up, knowing that I didn't... That's what a lot of people ask me, and they're like, Theresa, how are you?
The family. So the husband does not say we're leaving him out.
Yes.
So the family.
So, growing up, I told myself something, and I think that is what I'm practicing now. I'm happy. I didn't grow up with a mother until finally I had a fantastic stepmother. I always told myself, I want to be there for my kids because my father was up and down. I want to be there for my kids. And definitely, I got into a workspace. I worked with SEDOC attorneys, and my mind is always at home.
Okay.
My mind is always at home. And there was a time we had a meeting in the conference room, and there was a complaint about, women are... And I told my guy, I said, you people are the ones that get us pregnant. What are you? We need privileges. And before we get to equality, there has to be equity. We need, because if you have a tall and a short person and you want them to touch the tree,
you have to make something to
it's higher. So we touch the tree together. I need a privilege. And I told myself, no, this is not going to work. I took everything home. I created a little space for me. And when you're in the office, the maid is calling you, there's something in the child room, I lock the children. I'm like, no, that's enough, that's enough. So I took everything into my little space. And I'm telling you that in my little space, I am becoming. Now, what did I do? I changed my personal room into my office, my legal office. I have a BQ, and I changed my BQ into my fashion space. So I am doing everything.
So you're close by.
And yes, I'm close by. I see everything and every interaction.
But not every woman has that privilege.
Okay. So that's why it is very necessary for you to be skilled. Yeah, not every woman. So that's what I'm saying, my small space. So your space must not be exactly big.
Okay.
There are people, there are people who tell you stories, I started from here and now I'm there. So in that small space, is that your small space that you gradually grow? Because at the time your children are really young, trust me, they need attention.
Sure.
So if in the morning I prepare them for school, they've left the house by 8. So I have from 8 to 3 p.m. to work. And after they're back from school, they see me at home, they're back. So they know that mommy is always available. Around. They don't know what I'm doing back door. Yeah. They don't know what I'm doing, but I'm working, I'm being productive, I'm doing my legal work, I'm doing my fashion business, and so for my real estate, when I need to go for inspections, I have a PA who does that. Sometimes I need to be personally there for inspections. I'm telling my clients Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. Even right now, I'm running a course on the mainland from Monday to Thursday, so I've shifted my time.
Theresa, you see, I've been staring at you.
Yeah.
Because you've talked about your small space, and in that small space, you have your legal practice, you have your property thing, you have your fashion, and I'm wondering how small that space can be, right? And then you have your children to take after. I put it to you that the instinct of motherhood has helped you in being able to organize all these other things in that small space. True or false?
Of course, true.
How so?
Okay, because when you say this, I think motherhood just gives you tolerance.
Because the children are running, they're doing so many things at the same time, and you're controlling them. At the same time, use those same instincts to control what is happening in all of your endeavors.
Yes. Yeah? So that's what I'm saying. When you, if you know who Theresa was before, I'm an extreme social being. Like, I'm very social. And I think what motherhood has done for me is to tune down. Okay. It will tune you down, because you're trying to be the best example for the humans you're bringing in. Anything you think that you were, especially if you want to be the best mother, you would when the volume is high. It was extremely high in my life as at then, but I had to tune it down. It made me to be very tolerant. It made me to be very patient. And when I look on the other side of my business, I'm having clients. I look on the other side of motherhood, I'm having children. I will tell you that I'm overwhelmed, but these are the attributes.
You are overwhelmed?
Yes, most times. That is, it's natural, I'm human. Yes, okay. Most times.
So as we get ready to take a quick break, I like that word that you use, overwhelmed. Yeah. When we come back, we would probably look at that. Because the essence of this conversation is to help the mothers out there. Yeah. And the fathers also, the women, and the fathers also understand better. You know, that's where we and men. Okay? Because a lot of women watching now will be saying, it's easy for her. You know, this economic downturn is easy for her. She probably doesn't know what we all are going through. And so multitasking cannot be as easy as what she's talking about. When we come back from this break, let us look at those areas to encourage other women, you know, how they can be as efficient and happy as you are. Because at the end of it, if you get too busy and you get too cranky and everybody around you becomes like, so what? All right? So we'll take a break and we'll be back in a bit.
Let's take that break now.
Okay, Mrs. Theresa Osime Onyido is passionate about setting the record straight on women and multitasking. Plus, she says there is a secret formula which she's tried to make us understand. And she's still here. So, John.
Yes, she's still here.
The last question you asked her was in view of her being a lawyer.
Yes.
You know, so you put it to her.
I put it to her.
What next question are you putting to her?
I'm putting it to her again now, that with your dual expertise in property law and fashion design, you're able to manage shifting focus between creative and technical fields. Now we're talking about different sides of your head, of the brain, right? So I put it to you that, I mean, learning how to manage all of these things as a woman have also helped you in your business, not only on the
true or false?
True.
So
what I'm going to say is these are separate fields. Separate, very, very separate. So because I have passion for them, I can't leave one for another. So once I'm into the fashion space, I'm fully into that fashion space, because that's what my clients needs from me at that point in time. I'm not with my clients who needs fashion from me and I'm talking about law. It doesn't work like that. So when I'm in my legal space, I'm fully into my legal space and I try to share the time. So in a week, I'm saying, okay, it's when I have my diary, I'm saying, okay, this, especially clients, I'm going to sew during the weekends. And from Monday to Thursday, I am doing legal and real estate work. So I share my time. So timing is very, very important. If you're not able to share your time, that's where the problem will be. So because if you're doing everything, then I used to do it, I would do everything all at the same time, and I'm doing the things that are also not necessary. So that's why I say harmonizing my priorities. I have to do the things that are necessary. And most times, most of my friends that will be complaining, Theresa, you're not reachable. Theresa, we've tried to call you, you're not picking, because I know I'm doing a whole lot, and I need to do what is actually needed. Yeah, my priorities has to be set. So I'm doing fashion this time, I'm doing law this time, but when I'm in my full capacity as a fashion designer, you only see me as a creative. When I'm in my full capacity doing my legal work, I am a lawyer. So it's I would say it's passion.
So you're all of these in one.
Yes.
All right. So before we went on that break, I was trying to share with you that a lot of women, especially because of the time that we're in, are having plenty. Me, for example, in my house, sometimes they tell me they don't know me anymore. They don't understand me anymore. Because I am biting here and eating here and, I'm trying to put my hands on a lot of things. And I just assume that it comes natural and it's okay. But then psychologically, it affects the woman.
Yes, it does.
Unknown to us. Unless the people around us begin to, point to specific character display. So speak to this and help us women out there who get so engrossed in, quote, our ability to do so many things.
And the men too.
And not recognizing what it's doing to them.
Okay.
What do we do to balance?
Don't leave the men out.
And, so we lash out at the men too.
I'm going to talk about it personally. That's why I said everybody has a different.
Yes.
So when you talk about people saying they don't know who you are again,
I changed.
I think it's the snake that always sheds. It's fine. It's fine to rediscover yourself. And if you are with people who are understanding, they should understand that you're rediscovering yourself. Okay. I don't know. So for me, I've told myself that I want to rediscover myself over and over again. So first of all, I understand my essence, why I am here. Because as you age, you're interested in different things. People should understand that women would want to be interested in different things. Not just, I want to be... Before I got married, I had a career going. And for people to understand, I know why women would say these things, especially in marriage. Because marriage, children, motherhood is a whole lot of responsibilities because we feel like it's on our face. Even the man is leaving it all to us. But the only thing I should tell them is, who were you before?
Okay.
Yeah. Who I was before, I'm not going to let it affect where I'm going to and what I want to be. Now, why am I saying this? Marriage was your choice. Having children was your choice. For me, I was not forced into it. I chose to be a mother. Okay. I chose to be a wife. So in that decision, you cannot. So it's you telling yourself, I cannot allow the decision I have made by myself to affect me. I would not. I wouldn't allow the decision I have said, when I went into it, I saw it as a beautiful thing.
True.
Yeah, I know a lot of women go through a lot of things in their marriages. Now, this is what I do. I don't go about telling everybody my story, like, this is what I'm going on. I tell people I trust. Now, you need to have a support system. Things go wrong. Mental balance, physical, emotional balance. You need to, and funny enough, they're all women. I'm talking to Ebaide today, I'm talking to Maya Tafo, I'm talking to my best friend Joy. And you see these different people, I tell them different stories. Okay. Like different things. These not all of them that I should get some kind of particular thing. I know what I'm telling my friend. I know the kind of advice she would give to me. So as a woman, you need support. Okay. You should have it at the back of your mind that you cannot do everything by yourself. So you need a support system. However you are going to define your support system. Sometimes I feel like even when people tell me, Theresa, are you crazy?
Slow down.
I actually accept, am I crazy?
You say yes.
Yes, but I turn it to, when I talk to my mentors, and I turn it to, I'm just different, and I'm accepting my difference. I'm actually writing what Theresa.
And it's okay to be different.
Yes, it's very okay to be different. I'm writing what Theresa should be, not what the society has said that I should be, not what the society is defining and saying. Oh, you're a mother. You're supposed to act in this particular way. And when people see me, people don't even know that I'm a mother until I tell you that I'm a mother. That's the kind of way I want people to see me. I will tell you, I don't want it to show all over me that, I'm a mother of two and I'm stressed, I'm dying, no, it's a mental thing. So I want to be in that space that even if what I have chosen might be good and bad, like marriage, motherhood, there might be a force that's coming at me and it's affecting my career. I'm telling that force no.
So the challenges that would come with this, get support.
Yes, get support.
That's all. That's your response.
Well, I am surprised that looking at you, I don't see smoke coming out of your head like you're burning out or anything. And I kind of like, because I know you're a Rotarian and also a volunteer, and you're also passionate about FIDA, that's the Federation of Women Lawyers.
Yes.
I tend to believe that may just be some kind of therapy for you to calm down and look away from the hardcore.
Humanitarian aspect, giving of yourself to service.
Does it help in any way?
Okay, so for me, when it comes to humanitarian work, I think that is who we are supposed to be. That's the right thing to do. And I'll still go back to my background. Growing up, I think I and my brothers are all the same. That's what our father taught us. He tells us that everybody belongs to God. And my father, we grew up with parables. I still remember all the things he would tell me. He would tell you, everybody belongs to God. He taught us kindness. He taught us giving. And that's how I have grown up to be. I can give you, when I was in school, I could give you my last 10 naira.
Wow. I should be your friend.
So when I was in school, personally, sometimes I even ask myself, how do I come up with these things? And I think it's just a natural thing. I held two big projects in school. I just sat and I told my best friend is my backbone. She was my backbone in school. And I told her, I said, Joy, I feel like I want to bring 5 orphanage homes to school, organize a big party for them. And then I went to ECPOMA, Ambrosali University. Then we're always having clashes with Manuel War, Akon, and all of the likes. And I went to meet them. I said, I want to bring orphanages to school. I want you to lead them on the march pass.
Okay.
Yes. And then I was part of the Rotaract Club. And I said, I just want you to start the ceremony by marching them to the gate and backwards. And I and my friend wrote a project to school, and we did that project, and it was awesome. In fact, the Rotaract Club made their project under women and children that month. And I did another project. I am my best, and I told her again.
So it's
your upbringing.
Yes, it's my upbringing.
If you allow Theresa to go on.
Kindness and giving.
Yes. Yes, okay. It's my kindness and giving. So that is what I attribute, and I joined societies that actually.
Can you believe what, Theresa? That we have just 1 minute.
Oh my goodness!
To wrap up. So what do you have to just?
In a minute.
Okay, so to me, for women, I'll just tell them not to hold themselves down. That no matter the kind of space they find themselves, most people want a very big space where they can express themselves. It doesn't have to be big. No matter the space you find yourself, no matter how small, all I'll tell you that become. Just become. Become whoever you want to be. That's what, because in my little space, I am becoming whoever I think I am.
And I am becoming.
And there's what I tell myself that allows me to progress. The last thing I need to say is that I'm doing all of this. I feel guilty that I'm not even giving some parts what they need. But the only thing I'm telling myself is I'm going to progress confused.
Great.
And when I progress confused, I will wait till the moment my confusion fades away. And then I'll be that woman I really want to be.
That one is heavy.
That's it.
Oh, that confusion one is heavy. We will unpack that later.
You have not let me
At another outing.
1 bit. I mean, you've lived up to and even beyond your ranking. We've thoroughly enjoyed this time with you.
Thank you.
And we've just had what we will call a master class.
Yes,
we are greatly appreciative of your contribution.
Thank you.
The truth be told, that women, we are a lot more than the society credits us to be.
Yes.
And we have learned to go out there and actualize our dream, whether in that confused state or in a state where you think you have everything put together.
Yes.
We must continue to soar, to impact our families and the society in general.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Proud of you. Thank you.
Well, with that done, we'll take the final. Do we need to take a final break?
No, you can give us your nuggets.
Okay, so I'll just give you my nuggets.
So she can learn from it too.
She can also learn from the nugget. The nugget for this week is this: if you think you can't, you're right. You can't. So, if you think you can't, you're absolutely right, because leadership starts in the mind. The moment you tell yourself, I can't, you're already limited, or you've already limited your potential. As leaders, our mindset sets the tone for the teams we lead. The stories we tell ourselves shape our actions, and our actions inspire others. In executive communication, this principle is even more critical. If you doubt your ability to deliver, to inspire, or to persuade, that doubt will echo in your words. But when you believe in yourself, you project confidence, clarity, and conviction. So, leaders, remember, the only barrier to your success is the one you place in your mind.
Yeah.
Believe you can, and you're halfway there.
Well, you're almost there.
And that's my nugget for today.
That's your nugget. Thank you, John. Thank you. I was blown away yesterday by Pastor Adeyemi, of the Daystar Church, and he was talking about leadership, and you just talked about leadership, and he said we're all leaders, and the greatest problem that we have, in developing our societies is because we're selfish. Individually, we're selfish, and we're putting ourselves in a micro place, thinking about self, us all the time. But the moment you begin to think about us, it just happens that the fortunes for you will multiply and explode. And if you're thinking that I don't have food, what do I have to give to the next person? By the time you change that mindset, things begin to happen for you. And that's my last word for you today.
And that's how we get in all philosophy.
Go out there and explode. Be the best that you can be. And think about the next person. Please find something to do for the next person. There's so many of them around you. And then we're all going to be better for that. I'm Helen Odele. I love my name. And I'll be back on the show same time next week. We have enjoyed being here with you today. Join us again next week. Bye for now.
I'm John Sanaya, and I'm out.